What's something that no one knows about you?
That, at the age of 5, I remember my baby sister sexual harassed me, but I didn't tell anyone. She died not so long ago after that from accident anyway. Before my grandfather died, I went to take care of him, and he was trying to touch me, and he did grope my boobs, actually. My mother loved him so much, and she always saw him as her role model, so I will never tell her about this. And when I was 14, I was sleeping in the same bed as my mom and dad. They got divorced at the time, so they wanted me to sleep in the middle. We kind of stuck in that house, and only one bedroom free. I woke up with my dad's hands inside my shirt touching my boobs, and I didn't know what to do. My mother woke up or coughed or something after that, and that's when my dad realized that I wasn't my mom and he stopped. We never talked about it, and I am sure he didn't mean to do it. I will never ever tell anyone about this, but I really want to. No one would believe me that I had that kind of experience as to my friends. I am a very extrovert and always in a good mood. Little did they know that I tried to commit suicide several times, and I even stopped breathing that last time I did it. Life is better now for me, but not for long. I love my boyfriend and my friends and my family so much, but I don't know how long I can live with this. I gave my sister my Facebook password, and I sent an email to my future self, and I hope I am still alive by then. Even if I don't, I know my sister will see that email. I kept telling my boyfriend what I want him to do if I die. He thinks it's a joke, but it's actually what I am planning to.
Every one of my friends think I'm 18 when I'm only 17. When I was younger, I always wanted to be older than everyone else, so I just got used to telling everyone I'm a year older than I really am. I never thought it was a big deal, because it was just a number up, but now that certain age restriction laws are a thing and my friends are doing things I can't, I've been avoiding certain situations. I've been with these people for years. They all absolutely think I'm a year older. The fact that all the people in my program got a job and I can't even get interviews makes me doubt every shred of self-esteem I've ever had. We have the exact amount of training, so the problem is me. I feel depressed. The fact that I don't have a full-time job and can't help my mother with bills makes me feel like the biggest failure. I won't ever kill myself, but I sometimes think I'm more of a burden than anything else. I used to pee my pants at school because, well, I had no reason. I just wanted to.
I'm 34. I've been married for 10 years, and I've never had sex. We physically can't, and it kills me. I love her so damn much, though.
22M here. When I was around 8 years old, I was constantly fighting with this other kid. He could make me so mad there were times I hit him with a small stone on the head, or with a stick. This one day, I don't know what he did, but I was so furious I picked up a screwdriver from our garage and went outside to confront him, with the intention of stabbing him in his abdomen. I had the screwdriver hidden in my pocket. When I saw him, his mother was there, and she was very angry at me. She started yelling, and I ran off crying. I think shortly after this incident, my personality changed.
When I was 20, I really needed money. Well, not really, but wanted extra spending money. Anyway, met some older guy on Tinder and slept with him for $200 bucks. Ended up making $600 or so. Never told a soul. Plus, he was over 21, so sometimes he'd give me a few bottles of wine. That was about a year ago. He never ended up being a stalker and want creepy or anything. Haven't heard from him since the last time, about a year ago. Edit, he was 45, I want to say, and I was 20. He had a huge house and lived alone.
Once a week I put on cat ears and women's clothing. I go to a private club for transsexuals that has existed for decades in obscurity. And when I'm there, I perform stand-up comedy. Every week, I come up with 7 to 12 minutes of original material. My stage name is actually Catboy. No one in my family or regular group of friends know I do this. They do know that occasionally I do stand-up comedy in regular clubs, but there I wear men's clothes, and I do not use a persona. They know nothing of Catboy.
My mom was addict who died on my 7th birthday, which some people know, of course. What nobody knows is that I always blamed myself because I thought I wasn't a good enough daughter and she died to get away from me. I don't tell people that because I know they'll feel sorry for me and tell me I'm wrong, but I can't believe that, so I'd assume they were lying to me. And I can't stand the thought of being lied to. Another thing is that I'm bipolar, but I can't talk to anyone I know about it because when I was initially diagnosed with depression, my family and friends all said it was just me being lazy and not trying hard enough to be happy. If I tell them that that was a misdiagnosis and I'm actually bipolar, they'll treat me even worse, and I can't deal with that. I purposefully sandbagged my grades after elementary school. In elementary, I was labeled as gifted and put in special classes for intellectually gifted children. I moved in with my father after 5th grade and switched schools though. Because I was the new kid in the middle school, nobody knew anything about me. And all the other kids were friends already. I decided to pull my punches, so to speak, in order to hang out with the normal folks. I didn't like the genius kids. The ones who were at the top of the class, they didn't seem like genuine people to me. And I didn't want to be in the popular crowd either. So I merged into the outcast crowd with the D&D nerds, comic book geeks, and gamers.
Sometimes I have really elaborate, complex dreams of amazing and strange worlds, even the more nightmarish ones, in which I'm actually someone with a purpose and have the power to change things and meet people who are nice, open, and understanding. And after the dream is over or I get interrupted, I wake up to this, just lay there, hoping to remember everything of the world I was part of until a moment ago and think to myself, I want to go back there. Why can't I go back?
I've just graduated and there is one thing that's been bothering me to no end. I made quite a lot of friends in high school, including some girls with similar interests. Naturally, my thoughts are along the line of maybe this could turn out well, but simply don't. The chemistry is good enough for a good friendship, but nothing past that. This has become quite a problem, since I couldn't care for anyone romantically. It leaves me with a very empty feeling that I can't really describe. Let's hope college will change that for the better.
I have to sleep with my bathroom light on and my TV on low-volume BUs of my horrible anxiety issues. I would do something to alleviate them, but at one point I kept forgetting to take my current meds, and now they're out of date, and I would schedule a meeting with therapist. But I don't have the time or money now. Also, I've been off them so long that I think I'll overdose if I continue using my current amount. So right now I'm just a huge mess.
When I was early teens, I wrote a lot, and I still make a lot of stories in my head with plenty of characters. Normal stuff, but there's this one character based off a cartoon that I math to, and that's 80% of the time. The other 20% is to my boyfriend.
Using my throwaway account. So I pick my nose and eat it. I know it's extremely gross. I think it's gross when I see other people do it. I usually plan stopping, but it's become a habit. Sometimes I pick until I'm just picking blood. I'll take this to my grave because I think it's gross, and no one I know, even my family unfortunately, would be understanding in any shape or form. If I were to get married and start a family, I'd try to stop then. For now, it's like biting my nails. I actually kind of like doing it, but it has an effect and I keep telling myself to quit in the back of my head.
I make patterns and shapes with my eyes by looking at a light source and move my eyes around. Then, when I close my eyes, I can see said shapes. I have no idea if anyone else experiences this, but I really want to find out. Shapes can be any kind of simple geometric figures, squares, circles, stars, crosses to name a few. Occasionally, someone catches me moving my eyes around rapidly in doing this, but I usually dismiss anyone who asks what the fuck I'm doing.
One time, I was showering with my now ex-boyfriend after a night of drinking. We had our fun and started to clean up. When he was busy washing his hair, I left out a little toot. I was so worried about it making the loudest, most reverberating fart I had ever made in my life. To my surprise, no noise at all. And then I felt something go down the back of my leg. I shit myself. It was only a little bit, but I shit myself. I quick pushed the little piece of evidence down the drain while he wasn't looking and washed myself off. He never knew, and now no one knows except the whole internet.
I have a couple. I haven't had sex with my BF in almost a year because I feel like an incomplete woman now that I've had a hysterectomy and I'm afraid he isn't attracted to me. No, he hasn't even attempted to have sex with me either. I have a serious gambling problem.
I sneeze when I fantasize about sexual scenarios.
Thank you for watching. Check out other videos.